Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol, welcome to Goodwood Motor Circuit and the Dallaglio Rugbyworks Track Fest. There are a whole bunch of very lovely cars on circuit, some very cool people here today. I thought you might like to join me. It's a special invite being invited to come along today, and most importantly I have a driver's wristband. This is going to be a good one. Okay pedalers, something very special is about to happen, because behind me is a Jaguar Project 8 special vehicle operations. That is car number 1 of 300, and I'm about to drive it on track really fast. This is going to be very special. Well guys, I am sat in the driver's seat of a Project 8. This is car 1 of only 300 in the world. I've been desperate to drive this car, super lucky today. We're going to take it nice and easy because it's kind of just a demo run thing, but I'm at my beloved Goodwood, so I think this should be quite special. So, shall we go?
All good to go.
Excellent. So I'm just going to get a feel for her first. 4-wheel drive. First impressions are this car has a huge amount of poke under my right foot. The other thing as well, this car, so it's the first time it's been out on track this afternoon, so I'm just going to wait for it to warm up. As I said, we're not going to push too hard, but just being able to drive a Project 8, wow. I've driven most of the other SV members, F Type SVR, Range Rover Sport SVR. I'm just about hopefully get behind the F-Pace SVR next week, but this one's pretty special, and even without trying, that's 130 miles an hour down the Lavant Straight without really putting any effort in at all. It's just got a super feeling to it, much tighter than a normal Jaguar XE, although to be honest this hasn't got a great deal in common with an XE. Beautiful looking thing. That's 125 down the main straight, that is, and I'm not even trying. What a car! Magic double apex, always hang out for the first one, be patient, come into this one, and then power on through to Ford Water. As I said, taking it easy, I'm sure this car could carry so much speed through Ford Water, it's so planted. 4-wheel drive. Oh, what a car. As I said, this is number 1 of 300. It's so cool to be able to drive one. I'm sure most of these have ended up in a private collection and will never see anything near a racing circuit. Brakes are really good. I'm not really going for it on the brakes. Sure shift up there, it's just got so much go. There you go, that's 150. Wowzers. could keep driving around this all day. I have a feeling I'm going to be told to come in soon. One more lap. Oh, I'm coming in, I'm coming in. There you go, guys. A Project 8 around Goodwood. What a thing. What a thing. So much power. What the guys do as special vehicle operations to a standard Jaguar is something to behold, but so much power. But this four-wheel drive system gives you just the traction out the corner. It's really stable in the higher speed corners. Absolutely magnificent thing. That was amazing. There's no other word for it. Okay, so I've come in all pleased with myself, and now I'm going to be shown how it's done by a pro. I knew it had it in it. Out the corner is incredible.
Losing.
It's just got so much traction around the outside of forward, so come on. So the gentleman in the driver's seat raced here at Revival, so you know the circuit quite well.
Slightly. Allegedly.
Allegedly. What were you racing?
TVR Grand Tourer.
Oh, nice.
1961.
Oh. Now, come on, let's ruin this 720S's day.
Yeah, let's piss him off.
let's have him. Yeah, oh, that. Come on, baby. What a car. Water, that'll do.
Nicely.
Hey. What an impressive car.
Cheers, Peter.
You are a legend, sir. That was wicked. That was so good. So good to... Because you know it's there, you can feel it, and I was being on my best behaviour, and I'm so pleased you took me out to see that.
Yeah, you were respectful. You were very respectful.
Yeah, that is just because up until now, I mean, the F Type SVR is an amazing car, but this thing's on another level.
Mega.
It's absolutely mega.
600 PS.
Yeah.
200 mile an hour. 0 to 62 in 3.2. Wow.
Well, honestly, that Jaguar Project 8 was one of the most competent cars I've ever driven. And it's quite interesting. I was asked not to really go for it, but I did go as fast as I could, but being respectful, because it was kind of a, you know, there's not very many of them around, and there was a few reasons, so I still drove it pretty hard. And then obviously the guy got in and absolutely mullered it around the circuit. Phenomenal thing. But what a car to drive. Never ever thought I'd ever get to drive one of those, let alone on circuit, so that's a good day.
Can I just say a big thank you to Tom and his team and the team here at Goodwood for the amazing food that we've all just eaten. He's a very busy man. He's come down here especially to cook for us. So Tom, thank you very much. Tracking the Lambo and spinning as well. So. This ain't the drivers for a while.
Yeah, highlight of the day for me. There's nothing better than going around the corner, 360 degrees at 90 mile an hour. It's been a dream.
Right, and I'm here with the main man, Mr. Lawrence Dallaglio. Going well today, sir?
Oh, it's fantastic. Goodwood racetrack. I mean, it's not often that you get to drive some of the most amazing cars ever invented, ever designed, ever driven, and we've managed to drive most of them. McLaren. That was the first car, a Lamborghini, Ferrari, fast supercar.
So what's your take-home car of the day?
Jaguars. I mean, well, to actually appreciate the full capability of any of these vehicles, you have to be driven by someone who knows what they're doing. Because and this McLaren is out of this world. Really.
That's the 720S.
720S also comes in silver. No, that's been amazing. The Ferrari, which was also pretty amazing.
So the purpose of today, then, you've just got a whole bunch of people who support your Rugbyworks foundation and the work you do with.
Yeah, we do some amazing work
kids.
All over the country with underprivileged kids, as you say. 65% of everyone in prison has been expelled from school.
Really?
We work with kids who have been excluded from mainstream education, and once you get expelled or excluded, your chances of moving your life forward are non-existent, and I think that's inherently wrong. I think every young person deserves some sort of chance in life, and that's what we do. We have a rugby program that goes in, works with 14 to 17-year-old boys and girls, and just puts them on the right path. You know, we ultimately get them into full-time employment or education. Sadly, 14 young people are excluded every single day, which is far too many, and at the moment 65% of them end up in prison. So I think something drastic needs to be done. So we've been running the charity for 4 or 5 years now, and we have a really proud track record of about 88%. So 88% of all the young people we work with end up in full-time employment and education, which is huge. So the programme is working. So today is really a bit of a special treat for our supporters. Goodwood have very kindly given us the track privately. All these wonderful manufacturers and people have come down to show us what the cars can really do, and we've had Tom Kerridge
lunch was pretty
cooking
special,
us a bit of grub. I mean, all low fat, of course, and no, it's been brilliant, absolutely amazing. He's what a chef he is. So it's been a real treat.
And having been to Rugbyworks, 8 Rocks, a few times, it's nice to be in an event with you and still be sober.
Yes, we've
doesn't happen very often.
We've not had a drink yet, but I'm sure it'll be coming quite soon. But,
and this man's trying to persuade me to do the Cycle Slam next year.
Well, I think I'm trying to persuade you. I think if you're not there, then I'll be around your house. I know,
okay, mate,
I know
there.
where you live.
Mate, it's been a pleasure and fantastic day, and good luck with all the charity work. It's fantastic. Awesome. Lawrence Dallaglio, mega. I'm a ex rugby player, and to kind of get to know Lawrence has been very special. He's a super guy. But yeah, this performance, and Mr. Anthony Reid. Just a quick moment. So.
Good afternoon.
Any Goodwood fan will know. I'm noticing you're in your. I'm actually in your house, which is very good.
You've joined the right house, the most successful house.
Yes. Yeah.
I think we've won. The Methuen House has won 4 out of the last 6 events. Members meeting, fantastic.
Only the best people in Methuen. Okay, guys, it's a bit of a Jaguar fest today because I couldn't resist having a go in an F Type SVR on track. I've clearly driven one of these a couple of years ago on the road. Absolutely loved it, fell in love with the thing. But yeah, to drive one on the track is going to be very special.
That's okay. Keep it steady, good. On the gas now, pulling across to the right. Now back across the left. Dead straight for the 50-yard marker, more than there. Nice and aggressive on the brakes. Out to the left and turn in. I expect you'd like to do another one, wouldn't you?
You're not kidding me, this is amazing.
Okay, now squeeze the throttle and accelerate away again.
It's just having faith and trust in the car, it's so good. Especially here, it's just like...
Okay, start braking, don't come to the right, stay left. Look at the apex out on your right hand side. Keep that in your vision. Now to the left. Look in, turn in. Don't leave it late. Leave it late, you end up turning a corner. Sweep out to the left. And turn in. Over to the right. And turn in. Down the dip, over the rise. Go to the left. Remember, you turn in a little bit later. Wait now. So keep it steady. Good. You missed the apex there a bit, okay?
Yeah.
Which is why you had to let off, because the grass was coming. Straight down.
Wow.
Okay. Brake all the way up to that marker, and then let it coast to this point here, and now you can accelerate out.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Wow. That was as.
How was that, mate?
That was pretty. I tell you what, coming into St Mary's that last time, that was floaty. Really floaty. So I'm sat on the pit wall with Mr. Tom Kerridge. Firstly, sir, lunch was off the charts.
It's good, wasn't it? Yeah, very tasty.
This little taco thing with tiny bits of pork crackling in.
Yeah,
Oh, mate.
so it's pork taco, but next level. Like pork tacos, Mexican, tastes amazing. Bit of crackling, takes it British,
Yeah.
makes it really lovely.
Oh, it's lush. So I wanted to have a chat. You had an interesting moment in a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ this morning, apparently.
I did. It's one of the highlights of my life.
Were
I'm
you
very
driving
lucky.
or were you being
No,
driven?
I was being driven, which is fortunate because I was being driven, and as the car was going around a corner at about 90, maybe 100 miles an hour, we hit a slightly greasy wet patch, and before we knew it, we were going round 360 degrees, facing the wrong way, and it was my dream. And do you know what? I think most people would have been terrified. The first thing I wanted to do is
Yeah,
do it again, do it again.
So at the end of the day, we've got a half an hour slot where we're allowed to take our own cars on the circuit, and I couldn't not take Ruby on the circuit, but I have a very special guest. So coming with me is Rachel Roxburgh, who's a really good friend of ours, who is the chairman of the Dallaglio Rugbyworks Foundation. So we found Rachel. This is
Sorry,
Rachel.
I've not even belted it.
Say hello to the masses. Let's
Hi! This is very exciting.
What a day for it though.
I know.
So has it gone well, your track day?
It's been a fantastic track day for the charity. It's our first one we've ever done,
Yeah.
and we've had plenty of guests come along today to support it, and Tom Kerridge is an amazing lunch, and they honestly, the majority of them have been walking around with a massive grin on their face,
Yeah.
driving McLarens, Astons,
Minis.
BMWs, Lexus, what else have they been in? Rides in the McLaren, in the Ferrari,
Yeah.
the super fast Ferrari,
Not just a clever name.
not just a clever name, Lamborghini, and the Noble, of course. So yeah, it's been fantastic. It's going to be very strange to see cyclists on here tomorrow on bikes.
Yeah.
Bikes without an engine, that is. So the McLaren that just
Yeah, I'm
went
not
past.
going to keep up with him.
No.
There you go, we'll come in.
Well, that was fantastic. Thank you very much. Well done, Ruby.
Hey!
Well done, Pete. Good drive. Good drive.
Didn't scare you too much. Well guys, that brings me to the end of a pretty amazing day here at the Goodwood Motor Circuit. Ruby Roadster is ticking herself cool. I actually couldn't do too many laps because I ran out of fuel. I got out on my first lap, I only had 40 miles of range. I now have 5 miles of range left, so I had to stop, but I'm having a nice glass of champagne. I'm going to go and join everybody else. But an amazing day. Huge thank you to Rachel Roxburgh for the invite, and Lawrence Dallaglio, of course, for inviting me to come along today and making a video. As I said, I'll put the details of Lawrence's charity below. Check it out, they do some fantastic work. But yeah, brilliant thanks to all the professional drivers that looked after me today and made me drive fast. Driving the Project 8 was very, very special, but I hope you've enjoyed that one. If you have done so, please raise your glass, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film, guys, but you take care. Cheers, drive safe. party's just started. I'll see you on the next film.